Alka. पुनः गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। So, mantra pushpa. Mantra pushpa is like a bouquet of exquisite, very rare, unique, beautiful bunch of flowers, bouquet of flowers, which are kept in the vase with water in it. So, to make it clear, I came up with this. This is the flower vase, which is the body, the physical body. And this water, which is filled in the body, are the experiences. And these are the flowers. So, what we can understand with this is, it is the water which is giving life and nutrition for these flowers to sustain itself. And because of that sustenance, it is giving rise to different flowers which are like the knowledge. Each mantra of this mantra pushpa is nothing but giving us the knowledge from different angles, from different fields and different experiences. And this is the body. And it is the mind which is experiencing the life, which is this water. It is this water which is giving life and experience of the world through the mind. And if you see, this mind is also supported by the consciousness as the outer circle. So it is the mind which is experiencing the life and getting the knowledge as the flower. This is the eternal right understanding. It is the consciousness which is the support. That consciousness is the Parama Atma, the self, Brahman, which is supporting as the abode to the mind, which is projecting so many experiences as the water. And it is this mind through the senses of the body which is experiencing the presence of different kinds of experiences in life, and it is getting different knowledge as different flowers. In our understanding, in our experience as an individual, we think I am the body, within me is the mind, within that mind is the consciousness, which is Atma. That is our experience. However, when we realize what these flowers are teaching us, we get the clear picture that it is the consciousness which is projecting the mind, the second circle, which is giving rise to the body and the five senses to get the produce the experiences, which is again felt by the mind. So when we see this, the interaction is happening between the water, which is connected with the knowledge, the experiences with the flowers through the five senses of the body. We are perceiving all the experiences through the five senses in the body. But who is experiencing? It is the mind projected ego, aham. It is that aham, ego or false I, the individual jivatma, which is experiencing the whole flower vase, the body, and the experiences in life, and getting the knowledge of the whole world. But who is providing that consciousness for this mind to experience? It is this Brahman. That is the permanent, eternal abode, which has projected the mind to see, to experience, to perceive all experiences of life, get the knowledge, and again the perception of who I am changes, and it gets the eternal abode as the Brahman. So this is the mantra pushpa representation. Now let us go in what all ways they are showing us how it differs from one pushpa to another pushpa. That is one mantra to another mantra. But they are all aiming at telling us the support, the abode, or the base, or the foundation is not the body, is not the five senses, is not the experience, this world, this life is not the permanent abode. It is not the mind which is permanent, but it is only the consciousness which is holding and projecting the whole life, individual, and the world as well. अग्निर्वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति योऽग्निरायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वा अग्निरायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति य एवं वेद योपमायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति. अग्निर्वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति. Agni, the fire, is the support of waters. Agni, the fire, is the support, base of water, Apa. One who knows this becomes endowed with the support. What is that support? What kind it is? What is the experience? Let us see by taking the understanding of the nature of Agni first. Agni. Agnihi angate urdhvam gacchati iti Agnihi. The fire always burns upward. It rises up. It sends the blazing flame upwards. When we put the ghee to the fire or any fuel to the fire, it burns upward as though begging for more ghee. I want more food. I want to grow up. I want to expand myself. I want more. I want more. So it is never satisfied. It is ever expanding being. The fire is that being. And it is illuminous. And another character of fire is without any discretion, it burns down everything. The final residue is nothing but ash. Be it the forest, be it the building, be it the animal, plant, human being, irrespective of what the object is, everything burns down to ash. That is the characteristic of fire. In this mantra, they have taken that fire as analogy for the individual ego, which is burning with so much of vasanas. the ego burning with vasanas, which is always hungry, never satisfied. Always it wants to expand itself, isn't it? As Jivatma, the ego, the false I, keeps on wanting more vasanas to experience. So it is that perceiver, it is that Jivatma, which is the base, support for all the experiences of life, what we experience in the world. The more we put fire, that is ego, the vasanas, which are ready to manifest as desire, the more it asks for vasana being accomplished. So that ego is burning like fire. So what does it do? Agnirva apamayatanam. Apa, the water is the experiences in life. So that ego is constantly seeking the experiences because it is inwardly in search of the eternal truth. It wants knowledge, it wants to know. Through experience, I want to know the truth, what it is. So, with so much of um, inquisitiveness, the quest, passion, we go in seeking the experiences of life. Through those experiences of life, we want to have first hand knowledge, direct experience of knowledge. That is what we want. So that ego is pampered by feeding the vasanas to it of different kinds of vasanas. And thus it wants to experience. In the name of experiencing, it is getting the ayatana, which is it becomes a jivatma. And it says, I am experiencing this. I am doing this. So that separateness, I am, is different from the whole world. I am experiencing that, this, everything. So, Agnirva apamayatanam ayatanavan bhavati. It is the perceiver ego, the jivatma, which is burning, gulping, consuming all the experiences of the world. Because of that, the ego is pumped up as jivatma and it wants more experiences in life and thus it proceeds. By this we can understand experiences belong only to the ego. So it is happening between the ego, which is nothing but a notion in the mind. Aham is only a strong thought, imaginary thought that I am. So all the experiences what we are experiencing through the body, five senses, belongs to only the mind. He becomes a Jivatma because he is living the experiences of life. He has become one with the experiences of life, and thus he is working hand in hand with all the experiences of life in the name of seeking the truth. But he's becoming the victim of the experiences. Then ayatanavan bhavati yo agneerayatanam veda ayatanavan bhavati. Okay, the fire is the base for all the experiences. Ego is the base support for all experiences of life. Then what is the base or source support of that Agni? Agneerayatanam Veda, one who knows it, he becomes Ayatanavan. So, the person who gives a thought about what is this I, ego I, who or what is behind this ego I, who is supporting it? What is that I? Who am I? The one who finds the answer to these questions will become a person with some kind of support, and he rises, elevates as a human state. He becomes stabilized in taking all the experiences with somewhat witness mode. Because the question has already arisen in him. Yo agner ayatanam veda ayatanavan bhavati. In the first two lines, I, the ego, is the support of all experiences. So that I has become strong, being provided with all experiences. So that connection with all experiences has given him the abode, the support as a Jivatma. Now in the next line, by finding out, contemplating on, I want to know who that ego I is. Am I really the body? Am I really the mind? Who am I? Who is that I, which I keep telling, interacting in the world? So when I start searching for the answer to these questions, I am in the state of realizing what the truth is. That is the next level or the next abode. Got the point? So one notch up from being an ignorant Jivatma, I have come up one notch to find out what is the source of that ego I. What is the support of that ego I? Apova Agneerayatanam. It is the water, it is the experiences of life which is supporting that ego, isn't it? Because that ego is pumped up by all the experiences of life, it is still sustaining itself. Because that notion is so strongly supported by all the experiences of our life, everything, every experience. I am breathing now. That is also an experience. But I am feeling it, experiencing it as a jivatma. But if I understand what is behind that ego, I will understand that it is the experiences of life which is giving me the footing that I am the ego jivatma. So, if you look at it, life of a person is totally based on the nature of the experiences one has. So, he becomes apova agneraayatanam. See how they are going hand in hand. To look at through our experiences, we see that water and fire are like enemies. We put out the fire with water, isn't it? But deep within, Agni and water are friends. They go hand in hand. First, it said Agnirva apamayatanam. Fire is the support of water. That means ego is the supporter of experiences in life. Now they are saying Apova Agnerayatanam. It is the water which is supporting the ego. That means what? The ego, I, is also nothing but the mind. The experiences of life is also nothing but the mind which is experiencing. So, the interaction is happening within the mind, not beyond. And we studied in the previous Pushpa mantra that mind is the one which is holding all experiences. So, when that interaction is within the mind, then there must be some kind of support or base or source for that water also, for the experiences of life also. Isn't it? It is one more step going above just understanding what the fire, not only that, what the water is, not only that, when we understand both the source of fire, the source of ego, the source of life or experiences, we come to know that ayatanaman bhavati ye ya evam veda. He will get the real answer. He will attain the real abode, which is aha. It is the consciousness which is the abode of both the perceiver ego and also all the experiences of life which are felt experienced by the mind. For both, it is consciousness, the Brahman, the self, which is the eternal base. That is what I am. So he becomes a Brahmajnani. It is like telling there is thief and there is the one who is afraid of the thief. The thief and also the one who is afraid. On both of them, it is the same light which is falling equally. Once that light is taken off, there is no thief and there is no person who is afraid of the thief. The thief is all the experiences of life. The one who is afraid, who is burning, who is going through turmoil of life is the perceiver, Jivatma. So what is that light? It is the light of consciousness, which is making this thief and that frightened person, victim, both come into life. If there is no consciousness, even he is not a thief because he is inert. He is not a person victimized, fearful person. He is also inert. So main abode is that consciousness. So by this, what can we understand? When the experiences of life are pumping up the fire or the ego I, it will be going on and on and on with more and more wants, do's in the life, more and more experiences. Instead, if the fire, that ego, is able to put off, burn off the experiences through getting the real knowledge, with the knowledge what those experiences are, then everything will burn down as ash. And like the funeral pyre, even the mind will be like, as Ramana Maharshi says, mind is like the logs, wooden logs which they keep, support for the dead body to burn. But what happens? Even the supporting logs will also get burnt totally. In the same way, the ego, along with all the experiences, will also become ash. And that is when the Brahmajnana, the experience, in that Brahmajnana state, one will find the abode, eternal abode. See how systematically the mantra Pushpa is making us understand how I am a Jivatma, why I became a Jivatma, how I am conducting myself as a Jivatma. From that, they are taking us one step ahead and says, that is not the end of it. You are not Jivatma forever and ever and ever. Rise up and know what is the source of you being Jivatma. What made you become the Jivatma? Attend to it. Raise up and find that it is only the Brahman, the eternal abode, is you being consciousness. You being consciousness, that will change as I am the being who is nothing but consciousness. That would be the final abode, which we all will be experiencing, in the sense we realize that realization comes. We are already in that Sachkhand. We are already in that state, but all these experiences are making us like as though we are veiled from the truth. So the ego should burn down all the experiences as only the notion. Along with that, even that ego will also get annihilated. And that aham is nothing but all pervading consciousness as the abode. Now, having come to this point, now I would like to touch upon Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We say it at the end of the study or at the end of the puja, yajna. Why is it so? Because we studied in the first one, I said I will tell you later. Now we should be able to understand that Shanti, why is it so important? What is the role of Shanti? Who needs it? When we are understanding that the whole life experiences and the perceiver, everything is mind, mana. It is that projected, created mind which needs the peace, not I, aham, which is all pervading consciousness. It is not that. Moksha, liberation, is needed for this mind. So, when there is serenity, calmness in the mind, naturally the number of thoughts will come down. Intensity of the thoughts will also come down. The turmoil created by the thoughts and followed by actions will also come down a lot. And gradually, the connection of mind with consciousness, Atma, going within, will start becoming more and more and more when the mind is calm, peaceful, serene. Because of that, the mind will get into the witness mode. And that witness mode is nothing but moving in the direction of experiencing I am the free, ever expansive consciousness. All these things are the gain of that consciousness. mind, and the objects all are nothing but the game of light of consciousness which is falling on. So that kind of witness mode will enter the mind. And also, why should it be said 3 times? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That is, the mind, when it is in Shariratraya, when the consciousness is one with the body, the world is different. When the consciousness is one with the mind, the world is different. When the consciousness is deep within into the causal body, then the experience of that world is different. The experiences are so different. The existence of the mind is also different. In the same way, past, present, future, in all three, when I'm sitting here and thinking of my past, the world is different. When I'm thinking of future with hope or anxiety or aspiration, that world which I'm experiencing will be different. In the same way, Gunatraya, all the three qualities, when I'm one with Sattva Guna, the world I experience is different. Tamo Guna, the world is different. Rajo Guna, different. We have to sit and contemplate on this. We will understand and we say, oh, I am one jiva living in so many different worlds. How is it possible? It is a real wonder. So, desha, even that, the worlds are different because the mind lives in those worlds which are different. So, in all those, Triputi means the bunch of trees should be serene, peaceful, so that one can get connected with the consciousness. That's the reason they say, even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives full attention towards cleansing the mind in different ways and different kinds of sadhana. He tries to cleanse the mind. And that is why we see so many times he using the words Shanti, Pandita, Sthita Prajna. The word moksha is used rarely in that when compared to these words. So Shanti, Shanti, why is it so? Because the mind has to be pleasant, serene, peaceful, calm, to be in touch with the consciousness which is Brahman. So that comes in the first shloka itself. Now coming back to this next Pushpa. वायुर्वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति यो वायोरायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आपो वै वायोरायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति. य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति. वायुर्वा अपामायतनम्. Vayu, the air, is the support of water. Air is the support of water. One who knows ayatanavan bhavati, he attains that support, or he attains that abode, base. Vayu. What is Vayu? It is the air which is known for its movement. And because of that movement, the air serves in the whole cosmos as a bridge, or the principle of contact, sparsha, connecting two things. So it is the Vayu which brings the yoga, union. In this mantra, Vayu is taken as Prana Vayu, the life force, the life energy, vital energy. So it is this vital energy which connects the universe with the Brahman. There is the universal life energy, the vital energy. It is abundantly available in the whole universe. Because of that vital energy being there, the universe is a living being. And then it is that vital energy, pranavayu, which connects jiva with the universe. So, in that universal prana shakti, each individual draws that prana shakti through breathing, through respiration. So, we are inhaling that prana shakti which is coming from the universal prana shakti, which is abundantly there in the whole universe. So, because of that prana shakti, I am connected with this universe. That vital energy, prana vayu, also connects jiva with Brahman, with consciousness. That is also there. So within jiva, let us see how that vayu is helping us. Pancha prana. There are 5 kinds of prana. Pancha prana. The vital force or the vital energy which is moving in 5 different ways. Prana through respiration. It is preserving the body and the mind. Pranavayu. And then apanavayu, which moves downward, taking care of the whole excretory system. It takes away all unwanted objects from the body. Detoxification, it does that also. And it keeps the body clean and vibrating with vitality. Samana, which takes care of digestive system and distribution of energy throughout the body. Udana, which flows upward. The energy is flowing upward in that, governing the speech, expression, creativity, communication in a human being. Vyana, which is overall circulation and coordination between each part of the body, and it controls the outward and expansive movement of energy throughout. So all these five are pancha prana. We use this colloquially also. If we like something, we say, oh, that is my pancha prana. Why is it so? That vayu, the movement of the vayu, is the one which is keeping us alive and experience the world and also experience the Brahman, which is possible because of the movement of the Pancha Pranas. So, ayatanavan bhavati. One, vayurva apamayatanam. Vayu is the very base support of all the experiences in life. Whatever we are going through as an individual in this body and the mind is possible because of the Vayu, which is mainly prana. All others are also helping that prana Vayu. Now, he establishes, one who knows this will establish himself as Jivatma, which we all have experienced. We know it. First-hand experience. That is the first level of abode we are attaining. Yo vayorayatanam veda ayatanavan bhavati. One who knows the support of vayu, the base of vayu, the source of vayu, will get the support or that abode. Means, first we said vayurva apamayatanam. Now we are moving on. Vayorayatanam veda. One who knows the source of that vayu, how it is there, what is it, why is it needed for us, what is the source of that vayu. If one knows it, he will become a person endowed with a good support. So, vayu is there connecting a being with the world, a being with the Brahman. It is the vayu which is bridging both. For that vayu, how is it standing there? If one understands that, the person will realize apo vai vayorayatanam. The life experiences itself is the base for that prana, for that vayu. Isn't it? All the experiences are waiting for that prana to enter and make us get into the experiences. The minute prana leaves the body, there is no experience. We lose it. So, for me to experience this world, for all the five senses to work in this world, I need that prana. So, here they are saying again, it is the game between the vayu and the water, which is experiences of life. Apo vai vayorayatanam ayatanavan bhavati. They are interdependent. Vayu needs the prana, needs for it to manifest and experience the world through the body. So it is getting into the body, into the mind. If there is no body or if there is no mind, will the vayu, the prana, has any meaning? No. In the same way, the experiences or whatever is happening in the body and the mind is also equally dependent on the vayu, the prana shakti. If one understands this both, how it is happening, he comes to that stage where he says, "Oh, Vayu, enough of me being the jiva, the ego I, being connected with this world and its experiences. Please connect me, the jiva, with the Brahman. You are the one who has the capacity to connect. You are the one who is the strong support for that. Please take me to that." So, that is the next level of understanding, becoming a real human being who is seeking the truth in the next level. At that point, he will also think, what is that about if I want to get out of this ego and being connected with the world? Yopam veda ayatanavan bhavati. So, Vayu has connected me as individual or jivatma with the world. When I know what this world is, apa is, it is nothing but the mind, which is dependent on the consciousness. Then there's no higher value for this worldly experiences. Let each worldly experience take me up towards that Brahman abode. So, the way I see the experiences in this world life will also change. I will be seeking only those experiences which will quieten my mind, make the mind peaceful, calm, 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 shanti, shanti, shanti. And as the mind becomes with lesser and lesser thoughts, with lesser intensity, the connection with world will become witness mode, isn't it? So the way I see the experiences will be with that witness mode. So I am different from I am means that consciousness, I, the real I, is what I am. I am not the false I, ego, the mind, but I am the real consciousness. That makes me beyond the life experiences, the world, and also the ego. That is the eternal abode, the eternal support, the eternal existence as the self, pure self, which is Brahman. Yopam veda ayatanavan bhavati. So, if we are able to take out the veil which is covering so thickly around us as different experiences, and we are covered and we are thinking that cover itself is permanent, that is the truth, and we are adjusting ourselves and we are manipulating our mind to adjust and try to find the happiness within that veil, within that limitation. That is the very first level of uh, understanding that mantra pushpa in the first sentence. We become the jivatma. But when I start understanding, I am veiled with some kind of notion. I want to take it out. When that comes to the mind, ego, and then that ego, I, instead of readjusting again and again, go through so many janmas again and again, that mind will start working towards how to break this veil and get out of the veil of all experiences which are pinning me down into being the body and being the mind. I am the body, I am the mind. That notion I want to take out. And once he steps out, he realizes I, the ego, is also mind. All the experiences which I am going through within the veils is also mind. And mind is nothing but projection of that consciousness. So, it is the consciousness which is creating the world and the perceiver I. And where is that consciousness? It is not somewhere outside, but it is very much there within and without, everywhere. Because I am thinking that I am this limited I and I am the mind, I am becoming an individual. So, if we realize that I am this consciousness, let me project the mind to have the body with five senses, and also let me, the mind, project all the experiences and go through the experiences. Once I realize it is only the mind, and it is I is also the mind which is only projecting. It says, let me know what the source of this mind which is projecting this body, experiencing the life and getting the knowledge. And it's these flowers like knowledge which makes me realize the eternal abode is this consciousness. And that consciousness is everywhere, outside, within, in the knowledge as well. So everything is within that consciousness. So the eternal abode is this consciousness. Whatever we are going through is within this second circle, which is also a projected, temporary projection, which is also oscillating so much as mind. And it is that mind which is projecting and experiencing the body and the life, and it is getting the knowledge of the whole universe. And once we understand what is the source of this universe, we realize it is the consciousness. Because all the three, body, experiences, mind, and consciousness, all three are meeting in this point where we are all. This is where we are all right now, right here. This is the point where we are, the meeting point. Because there is meeting point of all the three, we are experiencing the world and everything. And also we are thinking of getting out of this mind. That is also possible because this consciousness is pervading, piercing through the body and the mind as well. See, because we are going somewhere here, rotating, we are missing this point because we are veiled. Our focus is on water. Our focus is on the flowers and the waves. Because of that, we are losing this point even though we are in this point. Right now, right here. So, when we are here, realization of this point will make us experience I am Atma. I am ever expansive consciousness. Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti. 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 Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti.